Hello everyone and welcome to PPM 300, Managing for Improved Performance. My name is Josh Osowski and I will be the instructor for this course. And I'm looking forward to getting to know all of you and hearing all about your personal experiences. And I think we're going to learn a little bit about performance this course, so I look forward to it. To give you a little bit about information about myself, I'm a second year student at SPA at Rutgers in Newark, New Jersey. And I'm specifically interested in performance management. My background is I work for the Park Service. I'm currently the superintendent at Stoke State Forest, but prior to that I spent a little over 10 years at Liberty State Park in Jersey City. Now I learned a lot about performance working for government, and especially at Liberty State Park because the park had a lot of problems when I first got there. There was quite a bit of corruption, a lot of problems with personnel, and especially performance. So during those 10 years there I learned a lot about dealing with people, how to try to inspire motivation. Made a lot of mistakes, but I also over time figured it out, and I think in the end we were pretty successful. So for about the past year or so now I've been at Stoke State Forest, and it's a very rural park, quite a bit different than what I experienced at Liberty State Park. But it's amazing, no matter where you go in government, you're always going to find issues with performance, you're always going to find issues with staff, and you're going to find ways that you can make a place better. So here at Stokes, very different challenges, but still challenges nonetheless. I want to take a little time and just kind of give you some thoughts about the course, maybe give you a few tips. And basically, what we'll be doing in this course is it's going to culminate in a big project. And this project specifically, you're going to take a look at a performance issue that you may be experiencing at your work or maybe another place that you used to work. And what we're going to do is, by using the readings, by looking online and trying to find best practices, we're going to find an issue of poor performance. And you're going to discuss that, analyze it, and then make recommendations. But specifically, you want to make recommendations based on the literature from this course, as well as best practices. Now, these best practices you may find on the internet, you may have personal stories. All of these are very acceptable. Really what we want to do in this course is use practical experience, combine it with the literature, and really come up with some new ways to make government work better. So as we're going through this course, please remember it's only a 5-week course. So, and the big culmination, of course, is this project. So as we're doing the weekly assignments, which typically are going to be a discussion board where I'll post a question, and you'll be expected to talk about the question, and then read your fellow classmates' writings and comment on what they have to say. Well, as you're doing this, please add in video links, website links, etc., so that we can really kind of find out other things. I find this is an opportunity to really network. We come from a variety of backgrounds, so everyone's going to have a slightly different point of view, and if everyone really gives good feedback, I think we're going to get a lot out of this course. In addition to that, there's going to be a 2 to 3 page paper each week based on the readings. You're going to kind of synthesize, perhaps, relate some personal experiences, but more importantly, with the discussion as well as with this paper, I really want you to be thinking about this final project and trying to figure out how can I incorporate what I'm going to do for this final project and combine it with the readings, combine it with the questions. Feel free to ask questions to me, to your classmates, because I think this whole networking thing is important, and the more we reach out and try to find out answers and other people's points of views, I think the more rewarding this course is going to be. At any time too, please feel free to ask me questions, email me, and I think that'll be very important. In addition, remember that this project is going to be basically 2 parts. At the end of week 3, you're going to provide an outline, proposal of your problem. You're going to also give me some ideas of some best practices that you found, and kind of give me a general idea of what direction you're going. This is going to be important because it's going to give me a little bit of time to come up with some ideas and provide you feedback. And it'll also kind of give you some time to really start culminating what is it that you really want to address. And then at the end of week 5 will be when the final project is due. Of course, there's more detail on Blackboard under weeks 3 and weeks 5. Please take a look at that in advance and really start thinking about, okay, what is it that I want to do? Where, in what field, am I going to find this problem, a performance management issue? And, start to sink your teeth into it. In addition to that, remember that this is a managerial course. We're going to be really focusing on the management aspect. So as you pick a problem, you really want to be thinking about it from a managerial point of view, a managerial fix. So for example, if your problem needs a policy change, or you need more money, that probably isn't going to be a good problem for this assignment. You want something whereas you as a manager, within your scope, can actually influence and change this performance. In addition to that, though, the final part of that project, I'm going to ask you to spend some time thinking about the difficulties that as a manager you're going to face when you're trying to implement these changes. My experience is people don't always want change. They're happy with the status quo. When you challenge them to do something more, often their first take is to perhaps be thinking that you're thinking, oh, I don't do my job properly. So as a manager, you have to find ways to motivate people, to get them to want to do the changes so that you can improve performance and ultimately make government a better place to be. A lot of stuff that we're going to talk about in this course is going to be sort of that managerial aspect. How can you do it? I don't think we're all born with these skills. They're things we learn, sometimes through mistakes, sometimes from others. And over time, we really can become better managers and be much more effective. And I think we're going to see in one of the first readings this semester, this course, is just how important a role managers play. They really set the tone. And a good manager can do a lot, and as I'm sure you've experienced bad managers, you know that they can really cause huge problems. So I think our goal here is to, of course, be the best managers that we possibly can. Lastly, I just kind of want to say, if you're having any problems in this course, if you're not quite grasping the concepts, please email me sooner than later, because again, we don't have a lot of time in this course. Also, if you feel like email is tough, you'd rather somehow talk to me, what we can do is we can set up a time where we could perhaps Skype, and I can address problems and talk about the assignments and stuff like that. So feel free to do that. I'm looking forward to this course. I'm looking forward to getting to know you guys all a little bit better, and hearing about you. So one of the first assignments is to go onto Blackboard and introduce yourself. So please do that sooner than later, so I can read them and learn a little bit about your backgrounds, what kind of areas of government you're in or want to be in, and share something about yourself, some of your experiences. Give me a little insight so I can better help you. So I'm looking forward to this course, and it should be fun.